This is the crankshaft for my 1979 Prima G3 moped. It's been pretty beat up, and since this is one of the most important parts on the bike, it's important that I know whether or not it needs to be replaced. The keyway is rough, and I have no way of knowing whether it is round or straight, so we need to head out of the garage on a field trip. Now, my friend who is helping me out has said specifically that he is not a machinist, but for the purposes of this video, that's what he is. Please don't expect click spring here. But he has access to a lathe, so we can do what we need to check the shaft. If you watch Project Binky, you know that a lot of mechanical diagnosis is talking, so we had some coffee and talked about how we would check the shaft and what acceptable parameters would be. This is a moped, not a car engine, so things are a little bit more wiggly, but it still needs to not rip apart in the block. We tried to remove the bearings, but he didn't have a puller small enough, so we moved on. I ordered a tiny little puller on the drive back to my garage, something to look forward to in the next video. The first thing was to check the shaft to see if it was round and straight. To do that, we put the shaft in the lathe and used a dial indicator to look at how round it was on both ends, and it came out pretty great, actually. There was a problem around the keyway, so we very slowly cleaned up the mushrooming with a file by hand. This was a long process of check, file, recheck, talk, and take some more off the shaft. The depth and fitment of the flywheel is important, so we checked the pieces together too.
close. Just a little bit more.
The flywheel needed a little cleanup inside, and we didn't want to go too far. Some of the problems will go away when the flywheel gets seated correctly with a new key during assembly, so we were conservative in how much we took off of the pieces.
Oh. Oh.
Yep. And that's it. I'm pretty confident that this is going to work okay. I guess we'll see. Next time, we'll be starting the reassembly of the motor. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and leave a comment below. Tell us how bad our lathe dial indicating work was. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe.